Well, welcome everybody to TWF Friday Night SmackDown. And today on Friday Night SmackDown, we have Ares, the European Greek god of war, in the ring. Okay, I just understood, Ares says. I understand on Wednesday the executive committee had a meeting, and on Thursday the decision was made by the championship committee to take my number one contendership away from me because there was interference between me and John Cena. The sad, pathetic thing is now the dead brain morons of the championship committee ordered that there would be a return match and that I would have to fight John Cena again, a man I already beat. Now, regardless of how the match came about, regardless of how the match got beat, regardless of who did what, Ares says, let me assure you right now, Ares says, regardless of all the stuff that went down, okay, I beat John Cena. There was no right for Commissioner Godzilla and General Manager Xena to do that. There was no right for the championship committee to make that decision. And I gotta wrestle the deadbeat again. John Cena, you're looking at a 2-time TWF World Tag Team Champion, a 3-time TWF Hardcore Champion. You're also looking at a 2-time TWF World Heavyweight Champion, and you're also looking at a 4-time World Heavyweight Champion. Let me tell you, John, you will not beat me. I am Ares, European Greek god of war. I was in the Toy Wrestling Federation wrestling back when you were trying to get into professional wrestling. I was here in 2001, John, when you were first starting out Ultimate Professional Wrestling, and you didn't know where you were going next. I won my first title, John, when you went from Ultimate Professional Wrestling to Ring of Honor. So, and by the time you got big, John, I was already well known. Hell, Ares said, I've been wrestling longer than you've been in World Wrestling Entertainment. So let me tell you something. This little, you can't see me, 5-knuckle shuffle, all that comes to an end. And I ain't wrestling you, John. I already beat you once. So why should I have to go through the embarrassment of wrestling you again? Seriously. It is beneath me why some people would want me to wrestle you again, John. So, I ain't doing the match. And I don't care what Commissioner Godzilla or General Manager Xena thinks of it. I don't care what the Executive Administrator Gabrielle thinks of it, or if this new Director of Operations cares about it. I'm not wrestling. I don't care what anybody says. That I am beneath John Cena. I do not need to wrestle John Cena. So, Ares says, we just wasted a lot of time. Kurt Angle. That is Kurt Angle, the 3-time TWF World Heavyweight Champion. What is Kurt Angle doing here? Hold on, Ares. You said you didn't care what the new Director of Operations had to say. You're looking at the new Director of Operations. I happen to work underneath the Commissioner, Godzilla. And since the Commissioner is not here, then the Director of Operations has control. Now, there have been Aries, you should know you were the first director of operations, preceded by 4, then Ricardo Rodriguez, then Eric Bischoff and Godzilla, and then preceded by Montel Ricadius Porter, preceded by Pee Wee Herman, and then eventually preceded by 4 again, and now me. If you don't wrestle in this match that you have been assigned to, then you will automatically forfeit any opportunities to the TWF World Heavyweight Championship. Do I make myself clear? Kurt, cut the bullshit. You know, Kurt, I embarrassed you many years ago, back in 2001, 2002 AD. I embarrassed you. Yeah, but I believe, Aries, I was the one who embarrassed you. Remember, Aries, when I made you tap multiple times? Do you remember the time, Aries, that I spilt milk all over you in the ring? Remember how I embarrassed you, Aries? How I was embarrassing you from July to September of 2002 AD? Remember? I can embarrass you some more, Aries. This time I actually got power. You will wrestle John Cena here for the #1 contendership for the TWF World Heavyweight Championship. Or you will not be wrestling at all, Kurt says. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Kurt, you make yourself crystal clear. Well, where is John Cena at? Well, I'm going to have to go out and get him. Well, we just heard that Kurt Angle has been named as the new director of operations here in the Toy Wrestling Federation. And since Commissioner Godzilla's not here, then that means the director of operations has control over the going-ons here. So Aries has been forced into wrestling against John Cena on the orders of the new director of operations, Kurt Angle, or the new executive director of wrestling operations. Coming down the aisle from Westbury, Massachusetts, United States, he is John Cena. Hey, you can't get me? Hey, John Cena says, I'm going to wrestle Aries. Let's go for it.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. Legato fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked back, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, under this is automatic. I win this, so you hear those finish a soldier.
Well, Aries, it looks like we wrestle again. And Kurt Angle, the new director of wrestling operations, basically told you off, bad boy. Bad, Aries. Apparently you have to wrestle me. And I heard all the things, Aries, you had to say about me. About how you were wrestling longer than me. How you were winning championships and you were abusing your power as then heel commissioner or heel general manager of the Toy Wrestling Federation. We don't got no heel counterpart unless you count Divatox as a chief brand officer. You were talking about how you were already a legend in the ring when I was in Ultimate Professional Wrestling and Ring of Honor, but how you were already kicking ass by the time I joined World Wrestling Federation. Aries, let's not kid ourselves. After 2002 AD, especially after 2004 AD, when the Evolution fell apart, you've been trying to do everything you could to make yourself irrelevant. You're trying to do everything you can to keep yourself in power. Because anytime you're irrelevant, back when you were the first director of operations or executive director of wrestling operations, whatever job title you use, underneath Lord Zed, who was the heel commissioner at that time. You lost that position when Lord Zed got fired. So now you're trying to do anything, Aries, to make yourself irrelevant. But Aries, you call yourself a badass. I don't know about that. Hercules kicked your ass on several occasions. Xena kicked your ass on several occasions. And we all know that Diana, aka Wonder Woman, kicked your ass too. So don't tell me about how you, this big bad member of the United Alliance of Evil, when you got your ass kicked by 3 members of the United Alliance of Good. You trying to goad me into a fight, John? You trying to waste time here on Friday Night SmackDown? You're dead, John Cena. Whoa! Wait a minute, here it goes. Attitude adjustment. You can't see me. 5-knuckle shuffle. The referee was knocked down. Ding 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 ding. What? Wait a minute. Okay, what happened here? The referee has decided to disqualify John Cena for the attitude adjustment that caused Aries to knock him down. That was a mistake, John Cena says. I didn't mean to do that. So the winner of this match, of a disqualification, Aries. No, Gabrielle says. As the executive administrator of the Toy Wrestling Federation, I'm here to tell you that we're starting the match again. Ding ding ding. So apparently now the match has apparently got started again. And John Cena got Aries up this time. John Cena got him up. Attitude adjustment. You can't see me. 5-knuckle shuffle. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner. And now the number 1 contender to the TWF World Heavyweight Championship, John Cena. Congratulations, John Cena, Diva Talk says. You just beat Aries, and now you're the number 1 contender. But Diva Talk says, I don't know if I would be truly celebrating or not. You know, the man you're fighting against, John, has destroyed many people in the Toy Wrestling Federation. He has destroyed a lot of people. Aladdin, Angel, Superman, Hercules, Xena. He's destroyed a lot of people. Godzilla. I don't know if I consider myself very fortunate in fighting him or not. But now Diva Talk says, here's something else, John Cena. You know what's going to happen, John Cena? I'm going to referee your match against Brock Lesnar for the TWF World Heavyweight Championship. And let me tell you something, Diva Talk says. Whoa! Let me tell you something, Diva Talk says. You are not going to get out of this alive, John. You're not. Whoa! That's Brock Lesnar! Brock Lesnar's got John Cena. He got him up. F5! Brock Lesnar just F5 John Cena. Brock Lesnar makes a better TWF World Heavyweight Champion than you, John Cena. Madam Chief Brand Officer, you are definitely right about Brock Lesnar making a better number one contender. And may I so say that I hope you know how I will be very happy to know that you will be refereeing the match between Brock Lesnar and John Cena. And that John Cena, just like what will happen to him at SummerSlam, will also happen to him here. He will get decimated and destroyed and carted out like so many other people who have fought against Brock Lesnar. Come on, let's go. Ha 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 ha. Well, people, I guess that's all the time we have here, folks. I guess that's all the time we got here for Friday Night SmackDown. Yeah, Brock's head goes up and down. Doesn't go left or right, because Brock Lesnar's head goes like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And his head would have come off as soon as it bumped that thing. So that's all the time we got here for Friday Night SmackDown. We hope you enjoy this. We'll see you tomorrow for Explosion.